Bill. Here's Jesse.
Hello.
Minimalist Garden. We're here at the Avery Museum. Today we're going to do some maintenance on this. Now we have here, this is one of our 4 herb garden beds. This is feverfew, which is used as a tea for fever, hysteria, low spirits, and headaches. It's done quite well here, but it's kind of overgrown its boundaries. So what we're gonna do is clip it back. In the old days, which weren't that far away, people used to use their gardens was their pharmacy, and their grocery store. They didn't have a store they didn't run to whenever they needed something. Most people had to grow their own stuff. Now one thing I noticed, you can't pull on this because you'll pull the roots out. So you have to clip it and just to get it under control. Really simple process. Just remember you have to be careful with these kind of tools. You get your finger caught up in there and you're not paying attention, you're going to cut your finger off. And that would hurt. And also make a bloody mess. So we don't want that to happen. So there we are. You can see that a simple little matter. And we've got this thing under control here. Hopefully it'll come back and fill in some of these bare spots. I think we'll take our stick here and see what we can do about fluffing it up a little bit. Remember your garden stick. Very, very important tool.
Thick enough to be comfortable in your hand and enough reach for you to be able to stand.
Remember, we like to clip some of this brown stuff off. Just kind of discover these flowers, see what they're doing here. Remember, minimalist technique involves being involved with your plants. I'm going to clip this off just because it's hanging over. Now we can take these home, they'll look nice in a bowl, and they'll last quite a while. Japanese stilt grass. You can see, remember the rule of thumb, it comes up very easy. Just takes a gentle pull, it comes right up. That's how you can tell, for the most part, that's how you can tell weeds from desirable plants. Now, there again, I want to reiterate, weeds is not really a vocabulary word in our vocabulary. It's just a misplaced plant. It has a right to exist, but we have a right to tell it where it can exist and to not let it bully out our desirable plants that we're trying to nurture here. So this, I don't know if this is flowered or going to flower again. I think it's probably done. And in which case, it might be our advantage to clip these heads off. When you do this, what you're looking for any that are out of place, that are bent over. The stems might be broken. In those cases, those are the ones you want to take home. See, one like this is kind of growing out of the way, so if we can get it over here where we want it. We like to keep some of these just because they look nice, and they are just an example of what happens to these plants as they get old. Now this back in here looks like a flower, so I'm going to leave that. I do have a maple tree here. I'm going to pull that out. Now, that's the exception to the rule. If it's a tree, those roots will be down in there and a little bit harder to pull off. A lot of this is judgment. You got to use your best judgment on this. You will make mistakes, but I don't believe in any someone that if you're afraid to make mistakes, then you aren't going to do anything. You know? So, you got to do stuff, make a mistake. You can communicate with plants if you try. And that's a very important lesson to learn in life. If you try, they will talk to you. They won't talk to you in sentences, but they will talk to you just the same. And that's the sort of thing that that makes this sort of work so rewarding. Manage, interact with, understand, learn how your plants are and what they like to do. If you interact with them, they will guide you. There you have it. We have done a little bit of nurturing here just in this Rain Garden 3. There's a bit more work to do back up in the back, and we'll get to that later on, but you can see how we've managed this. Just if we can, just pan along here, Jess, and just show folks big difference. Grab my stick, we'll fluff some of this up.